Bill Cosby will be back in court tomorrow in Montgomery County. This hearing is to discuss trial evidence in his sexual assault case. Prosecutors hoping to use the comedian's deposition testimony about getting quaaludes to give to women he wanted to have sex with. In a court filing last week, they say in Cosby's 1991 book Childhood, he talked about trying to slip women the aphrodisiac Spanish fly, but defense lawyers are asking the court to exclude any references to quaaludes from the upcoming trial. Criminal lawyer Rocco Cipparone joins us now with more on what we can expect tomorrow in court.
Lauren,
Good morning. So it's a lot of back and forth in court lately with defense lawyers saying no, 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 and prosecutors saying yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, this is really the critical time for the defense. These motions are probably some of the most important motions the defense has filed in the case because it really can be prejudicial testimony if the jury hears about kind of a pattern of prior conduct by Cosby. So that's really one of the big concerns the defense has.
I was going to ask, isn't it sort of a slippery slope with the prior bad acts that a judge has to rule on?
It's a really slippery slope. This is probably the most significant area the judges have to tread very cautiously. It's a really fertile area for appeals courts to say, look, you got it wrong, you have to go back and do the entire trial again. So both sides are really wrangling over this issue. It's a very thorny issue. The prosecution obviously wants that evidence in because it's obviously prejudicial. It's going to hurt Cosby.
Right. The
defense wants to keep it out for the same reasons, and the defense's position is let's make this just about what happened to this woman or what didn't happen to this particular woman, Andrea Constant.
And so we have to talk about that. So Andrea Constant will be able to testify in the trial in addition to one other woman. Is that right? Because there were so many women that were involved at some point. We heard from Gloria Allred and her clients. She was trying to allow them to testify. But that decision was just Andrea Constant and one other woman?
Correct. The prosecution asked the judge to allow 13 other women to testify about prior conduct. The judge narrowed that down to one other woman, saying that the others were too different or too remote in time. So he was striking that kind of balance I was just talking about between allowing certain kinds of prior conduct but not others.
And so now the new issue is the book, some statements that were made in a book, and then he went on Larry King Live and talked about that and made some comments there. So that's what's going to be focused on tomorrow? That's
one of the motions that the defense has filed tomorrow, and the prosecution actually filed the flip side of that motion. So they're both wrangling over the same issue. And there's a fine line there, right? The book, Cosby's lawyers say, look, the book and the Larry King was promoting jokes. It was in a jovial manner. The prosecution is saying, look, the truth resonates with jokes, and therefore we should be able to have the jury consider that. So that'll be a tough battle for both sides.
Is it going to be helpful, you think, to have this jury pulled from Pittsburgh instead of from our area?
I think for one reason. Look, this has had national publicity, right? So it's going to be hard to find jurors who don't know who Bill Cosby is, or who haven't heard of the story. But in Montgomery County in particular, there was that whole battle between Bruce Castor and the current DA. So it certainly was more concentrated there. So I think it was a smart decision by the judge to at least pull jurors from outside of the county.
All right, so we'll see what happens tomorrow in court. Thank you for coming in.
Good to see you, Lauren. Thank you.
Good to see you as well.